that you think are part of the future of the Republican Party? Like those people that, you're supportive of, that you just really like and you think are doing good things?
Well, I think we have a lot of people. We have a lot of young, good people. Ron DeSantis is doing a really good job in Florida, and I think Josh Hawley has shown some real courage in going after big tech. They go after him. Josh is terrific. And, somebody that's been really terrific is Ted Cruz over the last, he and I had it out for a while. Actually, we were very close, even during the campaign, and then it got nasty. The press would say, when's the nastiness going to start? I said, don't worry, it'll start. And then it got very, very, rather violent and vicious. But then it simmered down, and he's been great. And Rand Paul has been great. A lot of people, really a lot of people have been terrific. Sarah Huckabee is going to do great in Arkansas. I think that Kristi Noem has done a terrific job. A lot of very good people. Really very good people. The Republican Party is stacked.
If you don't end up running in 2024, which I know a lot of people want you to, we all want you to, if it's not you, who is it?
So some of the names I guess I just mentioned, perhaps, and others. There's a pretty deep bench. I'll make that decision sometime later, but there's a pretty deep bench. If you look at the polls, but they love the job that I've done. We had a 97% approval. The CPAC.
So you can hear there that, the interviewer is asking him, who do you like? And then who do you see running in 2024? And he basically says, well, a lot of these people. And it's talking about Hawley and Cruz and Rand Paul and Kristi Noem and Ron DeSantis. And it's a mixture of the high profile senators that stood by his side and a lot of the pro-Trump anti-lockdown governors that sort of gave him a lot of cover, like DeSantis and Noem. And so Trump is sort of saying, if I don't run, I like these people. And you might also see those folks as potential VP picks for Trump. Trump might run in 2024, but a lot of people have said, look, he's not going to pick Pence again. He doesn't want Pence around. Basically, guys, we remember he tried to have Pence offed. He tried to have Pence taken out by his thugs, along with the rest of the Capitol, I guess, including some of the people on this list, ironic as it is, I suppose. But what this shows is that loyalty to Donald Trump is never a good bet. It is never a good bet to be truly loyal to Donald Trump. Because one thing you can say about Mike Pence, and you could say a lot of bad things about him, he was a good vice president in a technical sense. He didn't really have any scandals. He never made it about himself. He never tried to be the star. He never tried to assume he was more important than the president. And, he never made headaches for Donald Trump, independent of Trump's own actions. He was a good VP in that way. And what happened, despite all this loyalty, and despite the fact that Pence was likely a big reason why evangelicals gave Donald Trump a chance, as soon as Pence wouldn't overturn the result, which is something Pence physically couldn't do. He does not have the power to do what Donald Trump asked him to do. He was persona non grata. And now he's done. Now he has to hide. We don't even know where Pence is because they're worried about his safety if regular Republicans find him, because on January 6th, they tried to take his life, basically, because Trump told them to. So you're Mike Pence. And I don't feel bad for Mike Pence in a specific way, because he's a monster too, and he enabled Trump, and he has deeply, regressive views. But I sort of feel like, imagine if you were him. You worked so hard for this guy. You were his VP when everyone thought he was going to lose. And a lot of people turned down the VP job because they thought it was, career suicide or whatever. And then you took the job, you won, you were a good VP for 4 years. And then at the end of the day, you lost fair and square. And then at the meeting where you're just there to rubber stamp, they blame you for doing something you can't do. And now Donald Trump doesn't even want you around and doesn't even think you're credible for 2024. And don't forget, it's not like, Donald Trump is simply giving you the polling data. There is some polling data to show that when Donald Trump is excluded from 2024 polling, Pence is near the top, sometimes at the top. So, Donald Trump isn't ignoring Pence because he's polling at 0. He's ignoring him because Pence is done in his eyes. So remember this, if you're loyal to Donald Trump 99% of the time, you're loyal 0% of the time. And everyone else on this list, watch out, because if you piss him off once, you'll be done too.